Hello, I'm Kate Ligare. I'm one of two vice chairs of the Barnabas Board of Directors, and I'm very pleased to introduce you to the two honorary co-chairs of the Barnabas's new campaign for sustainability. We have Donald Stamets from Omni Hotel and Resorts, who's the area director, and Jim McManaman from the Ritz-Carlton Amelia Island, who's the general manager of the property here. And we are very thrilled that they have agreed to take leadership of this very important campaign for Barnabas. Now, everyone knows probably that these two organizations employ more people in Nassau County than anyone else, and they are also wonderful community leaders. What people don't know so much is that these two go back at least 20 years. Donald, you actually, your first time on Amelia Island was at the Ritz property, correct?
It was, yes. I lived here back in 1997 for 3 years, and I worked at this particular property at the Ritz-Carlton Amelia Island.
You know, Donald, I actually opened up this property on task force 25 years ago. So I may have been here, and then you came to work for a longer period of time.
That's correct. So that proves that you're older than I am.
Well, I don't know about that, Donald.
One thing that puzzles me is why the two of you, targeting affluent, well-to-do customers, would take such an interest in Barnabas and its role for those in need in Nassau County.
Well, for me, actually, Kate, it's twofold. As a representative for Omni Hotels and Resorts, it's part of our culture and our core values to have local market leadership. And number two, you know, I grew up a very poor child. My mother was a single mother. We were on welfare and food stamps. And so I really do know what it is to be in need. And so for me, to give back when I'm more fortunate is important.
That's really great. Thank you. What about you, Jim?
Okay, I also have a personal relationship with Barnabas, and in addition to that, I have 750 employees that many of them who are involved with Barnabas through our community footprints, where we are assisting with fund drives or helping to get supplies or all sorts of activities throughout the year. But more importantly, there are a lot of our employees or friends of our employees, and everyone knows someone who's been affected by the help of Barnabas. And many of these individuals would not have been able to get out of a very tough spot if it had not been for the help and the compassion of Barnabas. So very important.
Great. Well, you know, the campaign is a great thing for Barnabas. Sometimes it seems complicated. We've got brochures, we've got all kinds of marketing programs, lots of information. But when you boil it down, it's really just about two things. So what's one of the things that we should remember that the campaign for endowment is about?
Kate, it's very simple. Barnabas needs money. They need money to be able to pay their bills and keep things going on a regular basis. And we can help them, you can help them by giving them money in cash, checks, credit cards. You can do stocks or real estate. So you have the opportunity of doing a 5-year pledge. You don't have to pay it all at once. You can take 5 years to go ahead and do that. But the key is that you are helping them out for their endowment.
That's great.
And Jim, that's great for current gifts, but we also want to go long term. And we want you to be able to know that you can go into your estate planning. And in the estate planning, under the beneficiary, you want to make sure that you put the Barnabas Endowment Fund so we can get your money that way. And just remember that all of these gifts, whether they're the current gifts that Jim is talking about or for the estate planning, it is all fully tax deductible.
And if you have any questions, all you have to do is give Barnabas a call. They're ready to go to work for you now, so they can be very helpful.
Great. So when you boil it all down, there's two things. And this little brochure explains it with two little boxes. There's the blue box, that's Jim's box, and that's current gifts to endowment. And then we've got the green box, Donald, that's your box, which is future gifts through your estate planning to the Barnabas Endowment Fund. Anything that I'm forgetting?
Well, I think don't forget that Barnabas needs to pay their bills on a regular basis now, their daily bills. So don't forget the annual gift as well, because that is something they're going to need.
Good.
And I've got 3 things. We want to make sure that we keep volunteering. We want to make sure that you keep donating to the food pantry. And you also want to make sure you keep donating to the retail store new to you. Barnabas cannot operate without those 3 things. We really appreciate everything that you've done.
And we appreciate the role that you've played in this community. And it's clear to me by looking at your socks that you're also customers of the Barnabas New to You shop.
Of course,
So we thank
of course.
you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.